To teach you the proper way to install Node.js, Node Package Manager, and Node Version Manager, I'll outline a step-by-step plan that covers the entire process. This will help ensure that you have the correct versions installed and can manage them efficiently. The following is a lesson plan. As you can see, we go over understanding what Node.js, NPM, and NVM are, how to install NVM, Node.js, and NPM, how to verify the installation, and how to switch between Node.js versions using the Node Version Manager, and how to keep Node.js and NPM updated. Before diving into the installation process, it's essential to understand what Node.js, NPM, and NVM are and why they are used in development. Node.js is a JavaScript runtime built on Chrome's V8 JavaScript engine. It allows developers to execute JavaScript code on the server side, enabling the development of scalable network applications. Node.js is particularly known for its event-driven, non-blocking input-output model, which makes it efficient and suitable for real-time applications. NPM is a default package manager for Node.js. It helps developers install, share, and manage dependencies, libraries, or frameworks, which are needed for their Node.js applications. When you install Node.js, NPM is typically installed automatically. With the Node Package Manager, you can easily install and update libraries, manage project dependencies, and create custom scripts. Node Version Manager is a version manager for Node.js. It allows you to install and manage multiple versions of Node.js on the same machine. This is particularly useful for developers who work on different projects that require different versions of Node.js. With Node Version Manager, you can easily switch between versions, ensuring compatibility across your projects, as certain versions of Node.js are going to be needed for certain dependencies in certain frameworks. So you're going to have to switch between Node.js versions, and that's what the Node Version Manager is very useful for, to easily switch between Node.js versions. Now that you understand the importance of Node.js, NPM, and NVM, let's proceed with installing NVM. NVM is the best way to manage multiple versions of Node.js, like I said, on your system, making it easy to switch between versions as needed. The first thing we have to do is open our terminal. Now I'm using a Mac computer. If you're using a Windows, it's going to be much easier. But since I have a Mac, I already have NVM installed. The next thing you need to do is download and install NVM with the following command on your terminal, on your new terminal window. And as you can see, it's already installed on my Mac. Then after that, we need to load NVM into our shell session. And you can do this by running the following command: source and what you see next. Okay, then you need to add NVM to your shell startup script. To ensure that NVM loads every time you open a terminal, you should add the following lines to your shell's startup script, which are the following. And then we have to run the source command to reload the shell configuration using the following command. Let's delete this. Now, it's going to be a little bit different for installing NVM on Windows. I'm gonna search on Google for NVM Windows install. And it's right here. Where does it say? You use the latest installer, which is right here. And you can see you can download the executable file, Once you download it, you run the downloaded installer, and follow the on-screen instructions to install NVM on your Windows machine. The installer will prompt you to select the installation path and other options. After that, we have to verify the installation by running the following command: NVM version, and as you can see, we have the version 18.15.0. With NVM installed on your system, you can now use it to install and manage different versions of Node.js. This allows you to switch between versions as needed for different projects. So let's move and go to the next step, which is installing the latest version of Node.js using NVM by using the following steps. So we're going to open a new terminal window. Let's clear everything. And we're going to run the following command, which is NVM install node, which is looks like version 22.6.0. And now we need to verify the installation by running the following command, which is node.v or node version, I believe. No, it's node-v. As you can see, we have the node version, now node.js version of 22.6.0. Now let's see if we installed npm as well by running npm-v. And as you can see, we have the version 10.8.2. If we want to install a specific version of Node.js for a project, you can specify the version number when installing. For example, to install Node.js version 16.13.0, you run the following command. Let's clear this and do nvm install 16.13.0. It's gonna go ahead and install that version. And then if we want to set a specific version of Node.js as the default for all new sessions, we run the following command, which is nvm alias default 16.13.0. And that would be, we see on the screen, default is going to be 16.13.0 because that's the command we ran to do that. If we want to switch between versions of the installed Node.js versions, we do the following. We have to run the following command, which is nvm use, and then we mention the version, which could be 22.6.0. I don't know if that's true, if that version exists accurately, but that's what you would need to run. So let's switch to version 14.17.0, which is nvm use 14.17.0. Oh, it's not installed yet, so let's install it first. Install 14.17.0. As you can see, it finished installing that version. Oh, it looks like it failed. Let's run it again. Oh, looks like it's failing. Why don't we run 16? Let's see if that one works. Okay, it did install version 16. So if we want to use that version, all we have to do is run the command of nvm use 16.0.0 and run nvm version, I believe, is the command to see the version. Yep, that's the version we are now using, which is node 16.0.0. And then we also can run the command, which is node -v, node-v or node -version to see that we're actually using Node 16.0.0. Now that you have Node.js installed by the Node version manager, NPM should have been installed automatically like we verified. In this step, we'll explore what NPM is, how it works, and how to verify its installation. So NPM, or Node Package Manager, is a powerful tool that comes bundled with Node.js. It allows you to install and manage packages, or modules as they're also called, which are reusable pieces of code that can be easily shared and integrated into your projects. You can create and manage project dependencies. NPM enables you to specify the packages your project depends on and manage those dependencies automatically. You can run scripts because NPM can be used to define and run custom scripts for your project, such as build processes, testing, and deployment. Let's verify the NPM installation. By going to our terminal window, let's clear everything. And let's verify the version of NPM, which is by running the command of npm-v. We have version 7.10.0. And let's install the NPM functionality by installing a package globally. For example, let's install the http-server package, which allows you to quickly create a simple web server by running the command of npm install -g to install it globally, and then the package name, which in this case is http-server. And after installing it, which it did successfully install the HTTP server dependency, we can run HTTP server to start a basic web server in the current directory. So this command will confirm that npm is working correctly by running, let's say, http-server. And there we go. We have now a running web server. Now that we've installed Node.js, NPM, and NVM, it's important to verify that everything is working as expected. This step will ensure that your development environment is properly set up and ready for use. Let's check the Node.js version by opening our terminal or command prompt and running the command of node-v. We're using version 16. So this is all just the version number of Node.js. So it means we installed Node.js correctly. Let's verify now the Node Package Manager installation by running the following command in the same window, npm-v. As you can see, we're using version 7.10.0. So we've installed npm correctly and it's ready to use. Finally, let's check the NVM version and make sure it's installed correctly by running the command of nvm-version. We're using 0.39.3 version of NVM. So it's installed and it's functioning properly. Let's test the Node.js functionality to make sure it's working. Let's create a simple JavaScript file called test.js with the following content, which will be this. It will be, I'm going to write console.log inside single quotes, Node.js is working. Let's save this and test the file by running the command of node test.js. Looks like we're in the wrong directory. There we go. Then run node test.js. Where did we install this? Oh, I see. I wrote down the wrong name of the file. So we're gonna write it again. Console.log node.js is working. let's save it in the desktop as test.js. Now we can run the command node test.js, and as you can see, it says right here Node.js is working. Let's now test the Node package manager by installing a package. And we already ran a command, which is npm install-g to install it globally, the HTTP server. And let's run the server by running the command http-server. And there we go. It's now working. Let's turn it off by hitting Control-C on our keyboard. Let's clear the screen. Let's test switching between node versions with NVM by running the command of NVM use, I don't know, 22. It's not installed, so NVM. Let's list the versions that we have installed by running the command nvm list, and then let's switch to nvm use 22.6.0. As you can see, we have now successfully switched between node versions. Now you already saw how I switched between node versions using nvm. You also saw I ran the following command, which is nvm ls. You can see the different versions that we have installed of Node.js. And if we want to see all versions of Node.js available for installation, we run the command of nvm ls-remote. And these are all the versions of Node that we can install on our system and use. And there's the one we're using right now is highlighted in green. There's a color blue right here, which I think that's one of the ones we have installed already. Let's verify by running the command nvm ls. And that's correct, 18.15.0. Let's scroll back up, and that's correct. You can see it right here at the top. So that's how to list all the available versions that you can install. We already ran the command nvm use to switch between versions. And yeah, we can test it out by running nvm use 16.0.0. As you can see, it now switched. And we can set also a default Node.js version by running the command nvm alias default. And I'm going to stick to version 22.6.0. That is now the default version whenever we start a new project. And to verify the active Node.js version that we're running, it's node-v, and we're using version 16.0.0. Now, how do we keep Node.js and NPM updated? This is essential for security, performance, and access to the latest features. In this step, we'll cover how to update Node.js and NPM using NVM and other methods. So let's first update Node.js using NVM by opening our terminal again. Let's clear the terminal screen. And let's check the latest Node.js version by running nvm ls-remote. And we have installed the latest one. We're not currently using it, but it's there already installed on our system. To install the latest version, we run the command of nvm install node. So like I said, we already have installed version 22.6.0 of Node.js. And let's set we already mentioned how to, well, I did not mention this. Let's set the new version as a default by running the command of nvm alias default node. as you can see, it now switched to the latest version, which is 22.6.0. So in this command, I did not have to specify the version of the latest one. It automatically recognized that the latest version is 22.6.0 and switched to that version, which is the default one that I installed, right? And to switch to the latest version, it's nvm use node. So this command, nvm alias default node, is going to set the default version to the latest node version, and this one, nvm use node, is just going to switch to that latest node version. Now to update npm using npm, we can run the following command. It's npm install -g npm. Let's check the version by running npm-v, and it's version 10.8.2. Now, there is a way to install the long-term support versions, or otherwise known as LTS version. So if you prefer to work with a stable, long-term supported version of Node.js, you can install it by specifying the version number, the version name or number, by running the command of nvm install --lts. And we are now using Node 20.16.0. And we can switch between the long-term support versions and the latest versions using NVM. So for the latest version, let's run NVM use node, which is 22.6.0. But for the latest long-term, for the long-term support version, we use the command of nvm use --lts. And as you can see, we are now using 20.16.0 with npm version number 10.8.1. So we've used nvm to install Node to get the latest Node.js version. We've updated npm with npm install -g npm. We've set the latest Node version as default with nvm alias default node. And we can install and switch to the long-term support version with nvm install l-lts. Thank you for tuning in. If you found this tutorial helpful, don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss our upcoming React framework tutorials. We'll be diving into exciting topics like integrating APIs and incorporating AI technology into React projects. So stay tuned for more valuable content that will help take your development skills to the next level. See you in the next video.